Let me cook. Early bird, get the worm. The fucking me. Let me talk my shit. Gave a damn. I ain't never. No, no. Fell out with them hoes. Hey, I'm that bitch hoe. Get like me. You know it's why. WRCM. White me that small niggas. Long paper no.
I need to turn this. Get to the point where you just done. You done. I'm at. All right. Started within a few minutes. I to run a truck or to help manage, carry the title of a broker, a dispatcher. This came from hard work, hours, given time soon. All of the information is, and also try to make sure that you, 1 o'clock in the morning, East Coast time. Guess what? That means I'm already live. I can't even tell if you all are able to. Let me know. Can you? Who else do I? Miss Queen, can you hear me? No, because we want to. This is money for you all. Go ahead and let. Facebook asking about how do I? I'm thinking, who taught you? Whoever taught you. Learn how to actually read. Person said, I want a dispatcher. But somebody who can. So guess what? The operation, and next thing you know, the biggest threat to your business is always on the road. Is sometimes a person into sure that my pointer is going to be interested in dispatching company going. This is the carrier vetting. I find quality. Well, they are out there, but you really interview them. Why? Ever been on that road? Are very much to your business. The carrier vetting, it helps you to avoid bad drivers. Why? Because absolutely don't know existence of right. They the history. They may not have the knowledge. They may not have every need to actually, because guess what? Be your driver. So many of you need a dispatcher. That lets me know you don't know leverage, because proven vetting system. I over hundreds of via Facebook and utilize this them to let us know. Just because a person is nice doesn't hit that pick up and drop off. Just because a person may not mean that they. So with this book, you're reducing the accident. Give me business and your reputation, because you did not that to get in the trust. Operations connected to income, so trust that with any person. Now, this week and from the weeks moving forward, I will a certain topic, but in the tool at the end of the week. Why? Because I've been there. I didn't have my own business, so I had to until I raised the money. Finally, up the money. The card to say yes, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna learn something that I had the money with dispatch vehicle that got me to freedom, because small risk that creates a truck. I didn't want to drive. My husband driving. Nah. I saw how much my carriers were spending, and I said they're not doing it right. So I created a system so other dispatchers can. I say details because I had to figure. Wait a second, I'm your numbers, but you're still broke. That's not making sense to me. RPM, your rate per mile. You can't just say you want 250 and you have a new MC. You can't say you want 250 and your MC is over a year old. A higher price because you're like everyone else. But your system does not need to be like everyone else. My that you may know off the top of your head, you may think, oh, they're cool. Absolutely not. This person may be hiding red flags from their previous MC. They may be hiding the fact that they actually so cocky and say there's no way. No, some in the cracks, but you made the crack tight that you can't really squeeze. If you are with the right person for each other, guess what? We partner with each other because business is not your business, but my business has a flags. Standardize your interviewing process. I saw just these things because they haven't grown through it. You really do go through these things. And not tell you about. For if a driver was side of the road at 2 o'clock, know the nuances that you go through, and this nuance, because it can actually be the most costly one. Person, just because we checks, make sure those checks are not exit. Because the scorecard is carry across categories that you may not consider qualify. Work for a driver or even a carrier for you. So apples, remove the bias in the around and think about how matrix. Now that we know what score you are, let's see where you rank. Are you an A have to address, or are you C? You're high risk. For example, I have a person that they're always in accidents. Always accidents. Those accidents to the MC due diligence. Why? Because I was afraid that you're going to carry. Are you going to that to a stranger? Someone who you've taken to invest in yourself, your family, your family's legacy. You think you're going to pass that over to a stranger so easily? Absolutely not. You're not going to do all of that because it took your life. Vetting system is so better drivers, stronger fleets, and we can receive better results. Recovered over $250,000 in double broker loads, helped our carriers hit over 100,000 in 4 to 6 months. I am more than qualified to say I can just build a system. Why? Because we could not put the wrong driver who's connected to the owner operator behind something that's going to actually come up stolen. You a bet that makes that owner liable and it makes the driver free. Get the carrier vetting system to do something like this because put too much work into look out for. We gave you the questions to ask. So we know. So you know once you have asked your questions, where you're going to rank this person. Now, the matrix. So you understand the top. The approval sheet. Now that you've selected the right carrier, let's get all of that information because we want to make sure that we have this readily available for us. You won't have the time to go and try and figure things out. Let me make sure on my that my scene is shown. This right here is for you, anyone that's on your the safety manager. This is where all of your new carriers. Now here we go. In my ebook, I was very specific because I said I wanted to deliver quality work. In my head, this university right now. Why? Because one, this of the whole entire, but I wanted to go beyond than just teach dispatch. And the experience that I've been able to obtain, I'm not just a dispatcher, I'm an operator. I help protect the business. Our carriers was able to hit 4. GL University, we're going to more than just dispatching. I have connected all of the strongest partners in each lane, dump truck, brokerage, under one umbrella. 6 university delivered each one of those lanes. Why? Because logistics is the about this. You tell me. Amazon dropship, it takes a what that product is. It takes a lot to figure out what that. But the beauty is last week, all you need is your phone, a load board, and a. He said right. All you need is your phone and a truck, because the freight is only going to come from 2 entities. Your truck, that's either a driver, the broker, and the carrier, and all you do is maintain the operation. Keep communication, negotiate the rates, but there's levels to it. That's the reason why I brought this to you, because when I was talking about I was in shambles, month of my dispatching class, I signed up 25 carriers, and within that first month, also trying to figure out how to dispatch and what to do and what not to do, I feel $25,000 a week. That sounds good, right? That was too much. I can't believe I'm actually saying that was a good problem, which it is, because some people they have a hard time finding people. But that was too much, and too much can break you if you allow it. So the red flag, this is going to help you identify the problem. You know the legalities. They could do it. Identify the warning signs before the issues arrive. The red flags guide help you to operational weakness. And that's one thing that you want to make sure that you are aware of. Because if you know where you are weak in your business, then you know how to fix it. Detect compliance concerns. Protect your business before booking a load. That one I want to stress on. Because before you book the load, say you're a new dispatcher and you've done your due diligence, you've taken my class, if you take my class, you're already equipped. But let's say you've taken somebody else's class. Before you start trying to say, let me dispatch for you, you must protect your business and even that business before you dispatch for that consumer. How do you protect? You look for the red flags. You ask the right questions. You check off what works, what's not working. how small, easy things for drivers to do. They're very easy to also not do. Webinar by the end of the week, ebook per word. You're going to have a frame for each category. No disrespect. You have to do more than just bring. I'm giving you a system. I'm also going to help you. They give you content, and that's it. No web, no funnel, no workforce. This is not 2020. Just automations. Go high level to work for the company, and I understand how they have everything under one umbrella, and it makes a framework and so you can be successful. You walk away from us, operator. When you walk away to dispatching, freight truck. That's now with that come and let's go make some figures. Most of you who are already to do so. The mechanics of dispatching right there. You will get the textbook framework in the tool. Now, the interviewing system. Why? I actually hooked you up with the scorecard. I gave you a decision. I gave you an approval sheet. Guide that is in the ebook in a few minutes. Is already a part of interviewing checklist. Talking about money. Minimum. Truck is 48 a year. Be off of an overhead of less than $50 a month. And it help really volume freight or I had 12. And trust me, next week or the week after, how do you make the money in dispatch? Those 3 tools magically you have 6 figures come out those. It doesn't work. The system is the business. Low. The framework next week is going to review framework. What I'm most is my truck and profit calculation. Here's your business overhead. Actually, excuse me, you actually need to in your household. Near, I had because front half was at go over your house. We go over those numbers. Why? Every single one of my carriers. So my truck, my that is a Cummins. Why? Because that into a portal, right? Portal, and it's going to show you the grade. It's going to from Carrier 401 and from CSA. We don't have access to in the logistics. That portal will have. We're going to start with why here for your household is, let's say, lets you know you have to make 8,000 minimum to even make something work. Because the numbers, guess what? You will employee. So the final operating system, because tools to get into dispatching, truck, phone, the biggest difference. Excuse me. We're going to the operating system that the operations frame, the dashboard. Now this one is list. I master load. Many of you, if you use truck stop, every brokerage has a load with access to it. So I'm going to give you, on top of that, years, I'm going to provide. Why? I'm going to come to you in 2 weeks over the operating system or things. Because you're going to receive the textbook, the daily operations framework, vetted. So these are people. The broker, delicious, because every carrier or even a dispatch master list of the multiple load boards that. And finally, I think I said it all. And it's 4. So it should be. Now I do apologize. I did, but definitely my slide of the pricing. So what I'm going to do right now is share case for this weekend only. And I say that because my money. I'm not. If you want it, come and get it. I've done sales since 9 years young. I know how to sell. And this is freedom. Freedom, flexibility, and financial stability. Let's go. But the one thing I do want to say is this. On my actual slide, I say, why? Because you don't know what the hell you do. No, I'm just playing. Even though I am that strong in knowing that not only look professional, sound professional, and let me showcase my numbers for you. Anymore, trust me, for hours to bring this to you guys. See, to have, I'm doing this a la carte because it be $99 for only $99. Like I said, and they may need something like, and within that 1 year, our carriers hit in 6 months. Now, it's also great. No, within the first 30 days of taking my dispatching course, I made over 5,000. I made automations. See, here's the thing about dispatching. That it is that rug underneath your feet that no one. Who cares? Go get. We can find you another. Guess what? You're gonna have to again and try to know what the hell I'm doing. Let me go ahead and figure this out. Plenty of carriers you can eat. There's no. There are plenty of carriers you can eat. Out there that's not looking for you. So that gives you the stability that the money is. So just got let go. That means come and help somebody to become a driver to get out that truck so you can scare you. We're connected to 8 different lanes of 8 pieces of equipment. So dispatch an instructor for that. This is so we can bring the whole industry to you. Umbrella. Why? People, when you get into logistics, if you they don't switch from logistics to medical. They retail. They switch from truck to truck. The umbrella teaching everything. And I get my picture going to pop up, but you can learn. You can actually go buy a load board and show you how to interview the right system. But when you want to know how to run and create an operating system that can actually operate while you are asleep or off, that's what my operating system is for. Because a lot of people, a driver can't take a day off. They can't take a day off. They'll miss that paycheck. System that works while you worry about that paycheck. So do yourself a favor. I really did have to bet on myself that I could do this. I was nervous. I was scared. All I knew was sales marketing. So everything myself years ago to myself. Now that I was able to bet on myself, yourself in the mirror and say, you can live from your phone. You can work 7 figures from your phone. You need and desire, because that's going to feel you. And I'm willing to do what it takes. I'm willing. And this is not something hard. This is learning from your 1 hour a day. If you're in, this is self-paced. People who are overseas, I would love to help you guys. I'm a woman. Rules of the land over here, where we cannot teach anyone that's overseas this. That's one way to get into the industry. Over 250,000 in double brokering. I did the arguing. I was on the phone saying, if you don't, we're dropping this right now. So, and that all of this work that done and put together, it was whatever came to be laid before them to figure things. I'm not sure about you, but after a period of time, I'm not sure things to work, and that's it. After a period of, I want to figure it out. I want to learn. If you're not learning, that's called have your foundation correct. Have your foundation laid. Most people time to make sure that this foundation was laid perfectly for you guys. So actually changing their life. And it's not something that it can be taken. Someone can steal from you. Share this with the rest of the crowd, like whether it's self-paced or even live mentorship. Having this carrier vetting system so you won't have any more work. Go to GL University.